Ladies and gentlemen, here I am at a fine restaurant, and I have to confess, I left my wife and friends at dinner in order to try to find Gordon Pennington. He was with us for a while, but the enigmatic Gordon wandered off and was on a cell phone, last seen wandering around the parking lot in South Lake, and we're concerned that he might have been abducted by a cartel. Anyway, wait a second, I think I see him. Now, what I want to talk about with Gordon, Gordon's one of the great thinkers, and did you enjoy him last night? I want to raise the bar on our Periscopian universe. Our Periscopians must be prepared to be the instrumentality of transformation in the nation. Now, we have a phenomenal reset. You were with me on the journey with Donald Trump. Nobody believed us, but we knew a year ago what was coming. We knew he was the wrecking ball. And lo and behold, indeed, he has become the wrecking ball. And then I said to Cyrus, and now Cyrus is making brilliant appointments every day. But this reset that is happening politically, there's still a lot of Christians that don't get what's going on, and even a lot of naysayers. It's almost like a never Trump Christian movement. They don't realize that this is a moment for the church to arise, but we have to arise. Now, I've been looking at, Gordon mentioned doing a countdown, which would be every week we will do a broadcast discussing what is taking place in the nation, what is taking place in the world, but even more importantly, how we can mobilize. Good morning from England. It's good to see you. Good morning. Where are we from here around the world? Oh, look, there's Gordon. Wait, I think I see him. Is that him? I'll sneak up upon him. Gordon, welcome. I found you. There we are. Excellent.
Well, is this better than doing it at the airport?
No, much better.
I'm
much
not
better
sure, but we're surrounded by other travelers. And not to say that they're fellow communists, since we're not communists, but we are.
All right, here we go. We might be in. Gordon, I want you to talk to the folks here for a second. Just grab the phone for a second. And let's talk to them about what we're thinking I've already introduced to them the idea that we're going to do a weekly countdown, 2016 up until, but there is a need to engage, and Gordon and I are talking about a strategy for how to access something new that needs to be done. I really think there needs to be some fresh kind of direction, and I'm concerned that the body of Christ as a whole is kind of like breathing a sigh of relief after the election and retracting into a mode of watching what goes on. But I think that could be very dangerous because we're in a real transition point as a country. What are your thoughts on what needs to be taking place right now?
Well, if we look at time and space the way we do, according to the Gregorian calendar or the Julian calendar, or any way of measuring time, is principally centered on our calendars and the technology that drives us forward and organizes the way we use that time. So I think we're obviously finishing an extraordinary year that has challenged all of our thinking and opened up all kinds of possibilities. Now, whether people are looking at the events of this year politically and otherwise as causing fear and trepidation, or a sense of uncertainty, or a sense of renewed hope or vision or confidence, people are coming at this year in a variety of ways. And so this is a time of reflection. And it's also a pivot point where we're going to enter a new time and a new season in which it's essential that we explore what we've learned as a nation, as a community, as those who are operating with a kingdom vision for what's possible in being servant leaders and providing something better than our nation has seen before. Now, it wasn't many months ago that the principal preoccupation of conversation amongst many people, in fact most of the people that I've been in conversation with, was focused on the idea that we're in a leadership crisis. I don't think we're out of the woods in that regard. I think all bets are off. There is leadership. Some very, very interesting things going on with the new appointments in Washington, D.C., but there's still a need for thinking about what we bring to this country and to the world today in terms of how we prepare to take on the burden and responsibilities and the vision and the blessings that come with servant leadership.
I want to do a survey right now with the audiences out there. We got thousands of Periscopians. This is what my group is called the Periscopian Universe. I'm going to flip you sideways for a second there so I can get Gordon on here. By the way, tell us where you're from real quick. Tell Gordon and me where you guys are from. Because I'm looking from England and Australia already. Oh, here we got Ohio and Texas, New York, Connecticut, Colorado,
It's
Kansas,
extraordinary.
Michigan, Naples, and you're in Michigan, aren't you?
Yeah, well, no, we're in Texas.
No, but you live there. I mean,
Yeah.
Detroit, Owasso, Michigan, he's familiar with. Ohio, Illinois, Alabama, California. So we're hitting a lot of U.S. India. Oh, hallelujah. Aloha. So we've got
This is a wonderful community building tool. What an extraordinary
I know it is,
platform.
and in this-
Wonderful to be with you all.
And in this time zone, so we're getting right now a lot of our, and then it'll replay like with 4,000 people over the next 10 hours. How many of you, let me give me a percentage. I want you guys to give me a percentage. I got a question for you. To what degree do you feel you're engaged in the role you need to be in as a change agent in your country, for the United States, for instance? Are you 20% engaged? I mean, I know your heart's 100%, but to what degree are you meaningfully engaged? Someone says 30%. Because we're thinking we need to really help facilitate a process to get people more engaged. 20%, 20%, 65, 40%, 20%, 100%, 15, 40, 10, 25, 70, 110, 75, 20, 10, 50. I would like to see us come up with a way. I don't want you to describe the civics idea fully, but can you kind of dance around the subject a little bit and tease it a little bit, because I really want to advance with this idea.
Well, thanks, Lance. We'll be launching a project, and you'll be amongst the first to know about this in the United States and around the world, that we believe will be one of the most enhanced and engaging tools for allowing citizens to engage in the process of governance and participate in government in new and dynamic ways, using some of the best tools and some of the best algorithms that are available today. And we've already had a long discussion about this today and yesterday, and we're eager to disclose it to you in advance. And that's one of the things we'll be doing as we count down toward the new year. So this is an extraordinary way to communicate and to create community together with those of you that are tuned into this from around the world. I'm always stunned at how easy it is to connect with people around the world today. And Lance, I marvel at this, and I'm glad you're creating these conversations.
Well, we have a great community. I mean, don't you guys love this group? I mean, it's the Periscopian tribe. I could be on at 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, and I can go into intercession, and they'll join me. And I'm talking like thousands at one time will join me. So the final thought that I've got is just to really give you more clarity on what Gordon just said. There are developments taking place right now where we will be able to network you into what's happening at a local level in your state, in your governmental arena, so you can start to pressure, mobilize, and shape what's happening as a grassroots movement. Combined with intercession and intelligent, directed activism from the body of Christ, we can fill the voids in the movement of transformation that Donald Trump can never accomplish, because he's a secular Cyrus, not a social reformer. We need the Nehemiahs and the Ezras to arise. You guys with me on this? Are you with me on it? Because we're going to come to you first. You're going to be the prototype that's going to launch this engagement mechanism at a local level in the United States. All right, look at that. They're with us.
Yeah, this is wonderful, and I hope you know, those of you that are tuned in on this device, that this is so affirming and encouraging, and we want to do this collaboratively in new ways. And we believe we'll be presenting a technology that'll roll out in the new year that's going to be very, very engaging, and it's going to require contributions and participation. That's the point, a governance that requires participation.
Because if we don't show up, the kingdom doesn't show up. Remember that. If you don't go, the kingdom doesn't come. All right, so this is Gordon Pennington and Lance Wallnau on location here in South Lake Town Square, Texas. Let me show you where we are right now. We're right outside this beautiful fountain over here at the Hilton Hotel. And we're going to go back and join our friends that have come in from Australia and the Middle East. And we're having and it's just friends that come together, drawn by the Spirit. And Gordon just had I mean, you could tell, I don't want to reveal too much, but Gordon just had a cancellation with the great activity going on in Cuba. And I mean, because of Castro's death, he couldn't make the trip. But God's opening doors to transform nations. Listen, we're on the cutting edge of a new era. If the church will show up, God will show off his glory. I'll talk to you soon.
Thank you for these affirmations. It's wonderful to be together in this way. What a great community.
Go Gordon. Don't you guys love Gordon? I think he
Lads.
raises the bar for us.
Go Periscopians.
Yes, Periscopians indeed.
They're not the same as Episcopalians.
No, they're not Episcopalians, they're Periscopians. It's a whole different tribe. Bless you guys. I'll talk to you soon.
Shaloha.